Miranda Cosgrove.
Miranda Taylor Cosgrove is an American actress and singer-songwriter. Cosgrove's career began at the age of 3 when she appeared in television commercials. Her film debut was in 2003, as Summer Hathaway in School of Rock. Cosgrove appeared in a number of minor television roles over several years before coming to prominence on the Nickelodeon TV series Drake and Josh. A few years later, Cosgrove landed the role of Carly, the lead character in the Nickelodeon TV series iCarly. As of May 2010, Cosgrove earned $180,000 per episode of iCarly, making her the second highest-paid child star on television. She was listed in the 2012 edition of Guinness World Records as the highest-paid child actress for iCarly. Following the success of iCarly, a soundtrack album was released in June 2008, in which she performed 4 songs. Cosgrove's debut album Sparks Fly was released on April 27, 2010. Cosgrove is currently attending the University of Southern California and will be majoring in film.
Early life.
Cosgrove was born in Los Angeles, California, to Tom, who owns a dry cleaning business, and Chris, née Casey, a homemaker. She is of English, Irish, and French descent. At the age of 3, she was discovered by a talent agent while singing and dancing at the Los Angeles restaurant Taste of LA. Cosgrove stated that when the agent walked up to her and her mom for modeling, she had never really thought of being an, and was lucky. After choosing to take the offer, she appeared in television commercials for McDonald's and Mellow Yellow, and also modeled. At the age of 7, Cosgrove decided that loved doing it, and auditioned for theater and television roles.
Career. 2001 to 2007, career beginnings, film debut, and Drake and Josh.
Cosgrove's first television appearance, aside from commercials, was in 2001 as the voice of 5-year-old Lana Lang in the pilot episode of Smallville. Cosgrove then made her film debut with the 2003 film School of Rock. In the movie, she played Summer Hathaway, a young girl with great ambition and discipline who finds herself adjusting to the free-spirited nature of the new teacher by becoming band manager of the classroom's rock band. School of Rock was both a box office hit, grossing over $131,282,949 worldwide, and critical success, receiving a 91% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Cosgrove's acting on the film was praised, with David Ansen of Newsweek describing it as spot on. She said of the experience of working with Jack Black, "The first week it was like, oh, my God, that's Jack Black, but 2 weeks later it was fine. He's really funny." Sometimes the director would say, "Jack, you can't make them laugh so much." She cited the scene of trying to sing badly as very difficult. Cosgrove stated that "I got a 45-minute lesson from Jim Erk of Sonic Youth on how to sing badly. I've been taking singing lessons for about 5 years, so getting to sing badly was new." The director kept saying, "Try to sing even worse, Miranda," so it was weird. She is grateful she was in School of Rock, as it exposed her to classic rock songs she was unfamiliar with. After the movie, said Cosgrove, "I discovered Led Zeppelin and I've taken up the electric guitar." Cosgrove soon landed her first major role in a television series when she was awarded a main role in the Nickelodeon series Drake and Josh, alongside Drake Bell and Josh Peck. In the series, she portrayed Megan Parker, the mischievous younger sister of the title characters. The show made its debut on January 11, 2004 and drew positive responses in ratings. Cosgrove said of Drake and Josh, "It's like a big family. We know each other so well, nothing is embarrassing anymore. It's really comfortable, and it's really fun." While on the show, she was able to develop a partnership with Dan Schneider, known for producing various Nickelodeon shows such as Zoey 101, The Amanda Show, Kenan and Kel, and All That. Also in 2004, Cosgrove guest-starred in a special episode of the animated series What's New, Scooby-Doo, as well as guest-starring in a Season 5 episode of Grounded for Life, portraying the character of Jessica. In 2005, Cosgrove was awarded the role of Munch in the Disney Channel film Here Comes Peter Cottontail, the movie. In the film, Cosgrove portrays a female mouse who is rescued from a hawk by Junior and Flutter, and subsequently comes along for the adventure that the characters must take. Cosgrove also guest-starred on 2 episodes of the animated comedy, Lilo and Stitch, the series. The television series, which aired on Disney, is a spin-off of the original film, Lilo and Stitch. Cosgrove was also awarded her second major role in a theatrical film, when she cast alongside Drake and Josh co-starred Drake Bell in the comedy film Yours, Mine and Ours, in which she portrayed the character Joni. The film performed mildly at the box office. Yours, Mine and Ours opened at number 3, with an opening weekend of $17,461,108 in the U.S. Cosgrove later starred in her third theatrical release, Keeping Up with the Steins, which was released to generally negative reviews from critics. The film was also a failure at the box office. She also earned a role in the straight-to-DVD film The Wild Stallion.
2007 to 2009, iCarly and music beginnings.
Cosgrove kicked off 2007 by appearing in several Nickelodeon television series. The first of these appearances was in Zoey 101, which starred Jamie Lynn Spears and Victoria Justice. Cosgrove later guest-starred on an episode of Unfabulous, which starred Emma Roberts. In the episode, Cosgrove guest-starred as a sweet girl named Cosmina. 2007 saw the end of Drake and Josh, with the final episode airing on September 16, 2007. However, Cosgrove was already in the works of starring in her own series, titled iCarly, a teen sitcom starring Cosgrove, Jeanette McCurdy, and Nathan Kress, released on September 8, 2007. Schneider tailored iCarly around the interest young people have in the Internet. A unique part of this show is the fact that viewers may submit their own videos and also be included in the show. Cosgrove said of the audience participation aspect, "When I first heard about the idea, I thought it was so cool. If I were home and watching TV, I'd want to send in a video." By the summer of 2008, the show was the third highest rated in the 9 to 14 demographic. The iCarly Saves TV special extended episode became the most viewed entertainment show on cable TV in June 2008. Cosgrove's debut as a recording artist began with the iCarly theme song Leave It All to Me. The song features her former Drake and Josh castmate Drake Bell and is written by Michael Corcoran, one of Bell's band members. It was released as a single in December 2007 through digital distribution and eventually peaked at number 100 on the Billboard Hot 100. The album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Kid Albums chart. In June 2008, Columbia Records released the iCarly soundtrack, which featured 4 songs performed by Cosgrove: Leave It All to Me, Stay My Baby, About You Now, and Headphones On. Critical reception for her performance was positive. Stephen Thomas Eliwine of AllMusic stated that Cosgrove proved herself to be an appealingly spunky singer, and the good tunes she performed the most of her girlish talents. However, Eliwine noted that the focus not on her, because of other artists, but rather in the mix. The following promotional single Stay My Baby failed to reach the charts, but About You Now reached number 47 on the Hot 100 in January 2009, becoming her most successful single to date. Cosgrove became one of MTV's Female Pop Rookies of 2009. In December 2008, a cover of the holiday song Christmas Wrapping was released to promote the hour-long special Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh. On February 3, 2009, Cosgrove released her first solo recording, the extended play About You Now, exclusively on the iTunes Store. The extended play featured the title track, a remix of it, and a remix of Stay My Baby, as well as 2 new songs, FYI, and Party Girl. To promote the 2009 animated film Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Columbia Records released a single entitled Raining Sunshine with an accompanying music video in August 2009. Since July 2008, plans for a debut album have been active. In an interview with MTV News, Cosgrove discussed the forthcoming album. Cosgrove reported to be co-writing and getting really into the album, contrasting with the iCarly soundtrack in which she just picks songs that meant a lot to, that really liked. She also described the album as still pop-rock fun in comparison to her previous work on the iCarly soundtrack, though a little more mature. Themes for the album are love songs and just fun songs about hanging out with your girlfriends. When releasing About You Now, Cosgrove further elaborated on the album's concepts.
2010 to 2012, debut album, tour, and iCarly final seasons.
In 2009 Cosgrove worked with songwriters The Matrix, Dr. Luke, Max Martin, Leah Hayward, and Daniel James, for his debut studio album. She said that most of the songs are fun, pop, rock girl empowerment. She noted that there's one ballad that's kind of sad, and that it's called, What Are You Waiting For? It's about a girl who likes a guy. She added that it is something she's experienced in her own life. I definitely have guys that I am friends with that I have a crush on, and you don't want to ruin a friendship. The album was released in April 2010, and the first single from her album, Kissin' You, was premiered on Ryan Seacrest's radio show on March 12, 2010, and released to iTunes on March 23, 2010. The album, titled Sparks Fly, debuted and peaked at number 8 on the US Billboard 200 chart. She signed with skincare and cosmetics company Neutrogena on February 12, 2010, as an ambassador. On March 17, 2010, it was reported that Cosgrove had signed a deal, reportedly in the low to mid-seven-figure range, to do 26 additional episodes of iCarly. Cosgrove voiced a character in Universal Studios' 3D computer-animated feature Despicable Me, released in July 2010. In January 2011, Cosgrove revealed that her new EP would be titled High Maintenance, and also released the first single from the same. The song, titled Dancing Crazy, was written by Max Martin, Shellback, and Avril Lavigne, and produced by Martin and Shellback. With 3 weeks of airplay, the song debuted at number 40 on the US Billboard Adult Pop Songs. On January 24, 2011 she released her debut tour, Dancing Crazy Tour, visiting North America. The track will support her first studio album, Sparks Fly. The tour began in Missouri and traveled throughout the United States and ended in Ohio. Cosgrove continued the tour into the summer to promote her second EP, High Maintenance. On July 15, 2011 the tour continued with a new title, Dancing Crazy Summer Tour, traveled the United States and Canada and performed at music festivals and state fairs. On August 11, 2011, Cosgrove broke her ankle in a tour bus accident on Interstate 70 near Vandalia, Illinois, resulting in the postponement of her U.S. tour dates. The remainder of the tour was cancelled as a result. In June 2013, Cosgrove and her mother filed a lawsuit at the Illinois federal court against the driver and transportation companies, suing for unspecified damages of $50,000 each while claiming that the crash could have been prevented. On January 24, 2012 Cosgrove released her second iCarly's soundtrack, iSoundtrack 2, produced by Dr. Luke. On May 17, 2012, it was announced that the show's 7th season was the last for iCarly and that a series finale event would air in November 2012. The series finale, I Goodbye, aired on November 23, 2012.
2013 present, focus on acting.
In 2013 she confirmed that she is recording 2 movies, How Could You Do This to Me?, where she plays a girl who feels that the divorce of her parents has improved her life and, when Mom and Dad appear to be rekindling sparks, she tries to break them up again. The second, Liars, A.E., is about a woman who travels to watch the inauguration of Barack Obama and remember the past and his loves. She also confirmed that she is working on her second studio album. She was in the recording studio with Randy Jackson and Max Martin. On February 15, 2013, it was announced that Cosgrove would be starring as Evie in Girlfriend in a Coma, a television series that NBC has ordered a pilot for. Cosgrove will play the daughter of the mother Karen, who wakes up after a nearly 20-year-long coma and finds out she has a daughter. Cosgrove again voiced Margot in Despicable Me 2, which was released on July 3, 2013.
Philanthropy.
Cosgrove is an active supporter of Memphis, Tennessee's St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. She also visits other children's hospitals and considers education through music as one of her favorite charities. Cosgrove is also a national spokesperson for Light the Night Walk, an organization that creates awareness for blood cancer and leukemia.
Personal life.
Cosgrove is an only child and was homeschooled from grade 6 onwards. In October 2012, Cosgrove's female pet poodle Pearl died at age 14 due to kidney failure. She told People magazine that was a part of our family, and because I was an only child, she was a really big part of my life. Cosgrove also tweeted, "My dog, Pearl, was there on my first day of kindergarten and my first day of college. I'll love her forever." In fall of 2012, Cosgrove started attending the University of Southern California and has cited her aspirations of majoring in theater or writing. Cosgrove made the decision to attend school there to be able to continue acting and to stay near her family. In a November 2012 interview with Larry King, Cosgrove stated that she would be majoring in film. In October 2012, Cosgrove bought a 3-bedroom, 2,900 square foot, 270 m2, 1952 traditional-style house for $2.65 million, which is 20 minutes away from where she attends college.
Discography.
Sparks Fly, 2010, About You Now, 2009, High Maintenance, 2011.
Tours.
Dancing Crazy Tour, 2011, Miranda Cosgrove Summer Tour, 2012.
Awards and nominations.